So guys, once you hit your 20s, you're usually like finally on your own. You can now make your own decisions and at the same time take responsibilities for your bad life choices and foolish mistakes, let me call them that way. So today I want us to share about um, one of the major non-negotiable decisions that you actually have to make in your 20s. Hey guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Now if you're new here, karibu sana. My name is Chrissy, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. So today I want us to talk about something that is pretty much interesting and important at the same time. According to the title, I know by now you know what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the non-negotiable, okay? The major non-negotiable decisions that you actually have to make in your 20s. But these are the major decisions that are actually non-negotiable. You don't need to think about it. You don't need to negotiate about it with anyone. Once you've decided them, that's it. And in your 20s, there are these decisions that you really have to make. Or otherwise, you'll end up finding yourself in your 30s, and that's when you're now beginning to make these decisions that you would have actually made back then, and you will have already seen the impact in your 30s. In your 30s, that's when you're now starting to realize that you will have made these decisions back then. So now today I want us to talk about those decisions. Yeah. It's a pretty sensitive topic, but at the same time I feel like it's so important, especially for us young people who are in our 20s. Today we're going to be talking about just a few of the decisions that you really have to make. According to me, those are the major decisions, and we're going to talk about just 5 of them. Yeah. So let's begin with the very most important decision that you actually have to make in your 20s. To be protective with your time, guys. Decide to be protective with your time. You have to be a little selfish with your time. You have to be a little defensive with your time. Just don't waste your time aimlessly, because this short period of from 21 to 29, it rushes so fast, and it's the period where you need to realize yourself. You need to know which career path you want to take. You need to realize all these loopholes that lead to the ultimate adulthood, if that makes any sense. Okay, so the first and the most important, we'll talk about time. When we were younger, in our teenagehood, we had a lot of time on our hands. We had time to hang out with friends, which was the most important thing. Apart from that, the main thing that also used to take much of our time was schoolwork. But once you transition, or the transition from teenagehood to your 20s, from 19 to 20s all the way to 29, things change. You start having responsibilities. You start realizing you have a career that you need to develop. You get into the working environment, the corporate world. For those who get into the corporate world, others into businesses, you start working, in short, to take care of your bills. For others also, you get to a certain age and you want to get married. You want to focus on this relationship so that it can lead to marriage and get your family, start your family, sorry, if that's what you actually want in life. So all these things, they happen in your 20s, and that's why the shift from teenagehood to your 20s becomes a little bit tricky. So for you to sustain your 20s, you have to take care of how you spend your time, who you spend your time, where you spend your time. Because now you have all these big girl stuff and big boy stuff that you have to take care of. You're no longer daddy's girl or mommy's boy. You no longer call them to take care of your bills. You're the one who has to take care of all these things. So of course your time is very important. Your time is one of the major things that you have to be very selfish with in your 20s. Take risks and invest in yourself. Now this is another very important and critical decision that you have to make. You have to be selfish. You have to be selfish with the opportunities that come your way, the opportunities that will actually propel you in the right direction. You have to be selfish with such opportunities, and you have to take risks and invest in yourself. This is something that is so important. Decide to develop strong boundaries. Now, guys, when you say no to someone, when someone is suggesting something, or you're in a situation where you have to say a yes or a no, and it sounds easier when I say it, but being in such a situation, it's a bit nerve-wracking. You feel some type of way, because when that person is suggesting that thing to you and it doesn't make you feel comfortable, sometimes you find yourself wanting to negotiate your boundaries and just to make them feel a bit comfortable. Now, I just want to tell you this because it's coming straight from something that I learned. Someone once told me that when you say no to someone and they act like they're not happy about it, that they start acting weird and being angry at you, or maybe just acting differently because of you saying a no instead of a yes. Now, that does not mean that you should say a yes to them. Let your no be no. Have strong boundaries, guys. That's the point. Have strong boundaries. Now, how do you know when something crosses your boundary? It is so simple. Immediately something does not feel right, then it's crossing your boundary. It's that simple, by the way, guys. Immediately it feels uncomfortable, and it's about to get you angry, or it doesn't feel comfortable to you. In short, immediately it doesn't feel comfortable, then it's crossing your boundary. It's as simple as that. And if it's crossing your boundary, you have to let go. Don't hold on to a loser for so long. Even if it is going to make other people uncomfortable, let go of it. Just say no and move on. It is as simple as that. Make sure you develop strong boundaries. This is the base foundation of all these decisions that you have to make, because once you have a strong boundary, when you decide something, nothing is gonna make you change. Nothing's gonna make you negotiate the value of your decision. Now, if you're still together up to this point, thank you so much. Kindly leave a thumbs up, and if you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned to the last point, which will be a bonus point for all of us, which is a life-changing decision that we all need to make. Hope you enjoy this pep talk video, which we'll be hosting podcast on. This is a pretty much sensitive decision that we'll be talking about, but is also equally very, very important. Decide to remove yourself from dead-end relationships and friendships. This is a sensitive topic, especially because as you grow older, those friends that you've carried along from your childhood, they're usually close friends, and it hurts. It hurts breaking up such friendships and breaking up relationships. For those relationships that maybe it's your high school sweetheart, maybe you started dating all the way from high school or primary schools, for those who have such patience. Just saying. But as you grow older and you realize that these friendships don't actually serve you anymore, you're not supporting each other like you should, you're actually not on the same page, you realize that the direction that each of you are taking is different. And these friends and these partners in life, maybe there are people who have been so close to us, they have very intimate connection with us. But as you grow older, when you actually realize that these things are not serving you, these friendships are not serving you, you're no longer on the same page, you're no longer supporting each other, you don't feel the support like you used to, or maybe you're no longer supporting each other on the level that you are like you're supposed to, from both directions. There's no point of holding on to such relationships. Remember what I told you, don't hold on to a loser for so long. Let go of these things. Let go. End the friendships. As much as it's going to be hard, it's important. And you'll see you're going to see the benefits of letting go of such energies around you way later in life. You have to end these friendships, end these relationships. Trust me, there's no point of holding on to them. Coming from a young person to another young person who's watching me right now, end them. Just cut them off. Don't hold on to a loser. Don't say I cannot end things with him or her simply because we have a long history. History is not enough. We're living in the present right now, and if that friendship or that relationship is not serving you in the present, then you have to let go. You have to cut out ties, or maybe permanently remove yourself from such relationships, as much as it's hard and as much as it hurts. The very difficulty of it, guys, is why you must. trust me, friendships and relationships, the people you bring around you, the people who you have a connection to in your life, they contribute a lot of energy that directly affects you, and it's directly seen in how you act. You kind of transmit each other's habits. um, so it's very important, because maybe your friend is in another page and you're on another page, and you still want to hang around them, so you find yourself wasting a lot of time not focusing on what is important, or not focusing on having friends who are supporting you to propel towards right for you in life, other than wasting time hoping that this other friend is going to, you know, be supportive, or is going to get on the same page as you, or um, is going to add value in your life. But they are not adding the value, so there's no point of holding on to such relationships. It's very, very important. You just carry on with the good, with the good memories that you guys shared, and let go. There are a billion people out there who can be your friends and can actually come and add value to your life. So don't hold on to a loser for so long, like I say.
Quit that job and move away from your hometown. Yes, guys, this is about getting too comfortable at this age gap. Our 20s are a defining decade, and you want to get to know yourself, you want to get to know what you want to do with your life. And at this point, you can't be comfortable, guys. You can't be comfortable with just staying around home, where you can run to your mommy anytime, and stay over. You want to be strong, you want to be reliable, you want to be able to support yourself and be a fully grown up. So don't stay in that one job just because you're afraid of paying your bills, or you're afraid of going broke. Just don't stay in that one job that gets you tired and angry every time. Quit that job, try something else, stay curious, guys. Move away from home, stay in another town, hustle from there. It will be good for you. Yeah, and don't tolerate anyone who's trying to shame you because you're quitting your job, and you want to try something else, because you don't want to stay stuck in that one job for 5 to 10 years. Then after that, when your employer sacks you, or when you're tired of faking it and just pleasing your employer each and every day, now you don't know what to do with your life, you don't know which direction to take. This is the time to make those messy and reckless decisions. Quit the job, try another till you now know, this is the direction I want to take, this is what I want to do. Lastly, for a bonus point, prioritize your mental health. Prioritize your mental health, guys. Make sure you take care of your mental health. Make sure, as much as you're taking care of your physical health, make sure you're okay mentally.